360 to Center is gladly sponsored by A&M Rentals for all your golf cart, scooter, and bicycle rental needs. Hello, and welcome to another episode of 360 to Center, where we talk about everything Conks baseball. I'm Crush, my co-host Ralphie Henriquez. Ralphie, how you doing today, buddy?
Crush, what's good, bro?
Just another day here out in the west. Cold, but other than that,
Where
good.
you at?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Just fall flies there,
Yeah.
though. You get some lift there, launch angle on 200 there.
uh, well, we got a special guest here tonight, who was graduate of 2020, Brandon Roney. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. How is I see you got you're repping your colors right now, FIU. That's where you're at right now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Fifth year here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did a little bit at Boston College, then Virginia Commonwealth. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, I did one year at BC, one at VCU, and then the last 3 here.
Okay. And you're also what holds dear to my heart, and maybe Ralphie's heart, a catcher.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I always tend to like those guys more. So we already have a little something in common. Ralphie, not so much, maybe.
I'm here thinking you're going to say that he was born in Detroit, Michigan, thinking the home of Eminem, and you're talking about catching right now.
Yeah.
All the above. He was. You're actually from Cudjoe. I grew up on Sugarloaf Key. Just about. I don't know what part of Cudjoe you grew up on, but I mean about a mile and a half, 2 miles away.
Yeah. It's right behind the sheriff's station there. Right in Cudjoe Gardens.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a couple friends live right there. Not that sweet. Ralphie, I know you got some stuff for him. You want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, let's go ahead and crank it up, Crush. So, Bryn, when we had talked about bringing you on, and you kind of had like a little unique story, so we thought of bringing you on by yourself. So you obviously played 4 years here. You're in your 5th year of college now. When we look back at it, I don't know how many people know this. Maybe the ones that do. Crush. He started his high school, I guess, career, his high school journey in 7th grade. And Bryn had played at Marathon High School for 2 years.
It's true.
And,
okay.
So at 7th, 8th grader, you're playing varsity. What was that like?
It's definitely a jump. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like going from middle school pony, or not even pony league yet. I didn't even make it to pony league, but that 12U field facing 60, and the conference that we played in at Marathon was good, which is why I did it. My sister did it. She played varsity at Marathon 6th through 12th grade, so I got to watch her do that. But we're playing Westminster. They were in our district way back then. Westminster, Florida Christian. We played teams like that, and seeing 90 as a 7th grader was kind of ridiculous, but it was good. Got me ready to go to Key West. That's for sure.
Crush, when he got here, I want to say it was 2017 was your freshman year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like Antonio and them guys' junior year. And I remember Bryn was playing third, he was playing second, kind of played anywhere on the field. And then it kind of took on the same kind of role. In 2018, you played where? Third, second?
Yeah,
Yeah, position-wise, same thing, right? And then you started catching full-time as a junior.
Yeah.
So, Tony, he was part of that big 2018 year with Danny Galvin and Antonio and them guys, and he played a big part in what that team did.
Yeah. Speaking of that 2018 season and that crew, there was a special little. I try to do a special guest question from people, and just so happens to be, I don't know if you've ever heard the name Will Anderson.
Yeah.
He's the special guest question. He wanted me to ask you what your dad's favorite teammate was in 2018 of yours.
I know the answer he wants to hear. But I'm gonna give him a shout out here. I'm gonna say Willie. Probably still.
Yeah, Willie's good people, man. We had him on the show, and he was cracking me up. That was so I figured I'd reach out to him because he's always got something to give.
All right, so I bounce around to 2019. That's your junior year. That's kind of the year you kind of get the ball rolling, catching. You were always pretty talented with catching and throwing, and the way your ability to put balls in the bag off your knees with your feet, with your arm, you had that special feel. I was telling Crush about it earlier. Like it took me a long time to develop the feel that you had at 15, 16, 17 years old, and it kind of separated you from a lot of catchers. Your junior year, you were obviously that team had that playoff run, and they got to host a couple big games here in Key West. You were the All County Player of the Year that year as a junior, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent. And so Crush, he went ahead and helped lead that team. I want to say he had third or fourth in the lineup there as a junior. Obviously catching, I mean, it was kind of a no-run zone with him there back there, and kind of sucks leading into 2020 with that COVID shortened season. You really weren't able to tell what was going to happen because I mean the bat and the power started to show up, and he had a couple homers that year, drove some balls, and it kind of sucks that that team never really got a shot to show how good they could be.
Is that the same year, Brendan, that you have the bomb on Instagram? One of the videos of you hitting bomb at home.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple
that was a year.
Yeah. Too. That's really when I found. Honestly, that junior year is really because I didn't really hit any home runs like ever, like freshman, sophomore, junior year. I don't think I had any. I don't even think I had a double my junior year. Honestly, I think we go back and look at it. I had like 40 something singles, but maybe a triple, but no doubles or home runs. Senior year, I kind of really. I mean, we trained all year. I kind of switched up my whole stance with Ralphie. Training over the summer, I went from long, wide open spread to shorter stance, big leg kick, dropped the hands a little bit. And that's when I really started to find like my power, my swing. And it does suck. Like that year, that team, we were special too. Like we had something rolling there. It's just 7 games in. Sucks to get that call in the middle of that Merritt Island game just to cut your season off like that.
No doubt.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I want to say it was March 13th or 14th. I remember that night. And they said, hey, this is probably your last game.
Yeah.
Just like that, Crush, right there at the game. And
had you already?
Nobody knew what was going to happen after that, obviously.
Right. 7 games in?
7.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think they were like 5-2 or something like that, if I remember correctly. So they were off to a pretty good start. And damn sure enough. COVID had different plans.
Were you already committed at the time?
Yeah, I committed October of my junior year. I signed November senior year. So
nice.
College wasn't. That was at the point in time too where I was hopefully looking for bigger than college because of the way I was playing. I was hoping for something more. Wasn't like I had college in the back pocket still, but was hoping for something more. It's just kind of didn't work out that way. Got cut the I believe 5 rounds that year, the draft.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I didn't even think about
wiped out
that.
the whole draft, everything. And honestly, it hasn't been the same since. Like now, it's back up to 20, but it used to be 50, and before that, it was like unlimited. 70 rounds or unlimited before that. So it's definitely changed the whole realm of the draft and professional baseball for sure.
Yeah.
So then let's go to 2021. You go ahead and you head to Boston College. Tell us what was that like? We know we got Jacob Burnham there right now. I hear he's doing well. What was that like? And tell us what was like playing there at Boston College and being a part of that.
So the fall was really good. I played well in the fall. Obviously, I left. That was more so. I blame myself completely. Couldn't adjust to like my grades. My grades are terrible. I can throw that out there now. My grades are awful.
Hey.
But
I understand that completely.
yeah, but going from kind of just skating my whole high school. I was smart in high school, had good GPA. Went there, testing scores were fine. It's just trying to balance 10 hours of study hall a week, 6 hours between practice and lift, and then you got 8 hours of homework. You're sleeping 3 hours max a night, and it's like I was struggling. Grades were terrible. So I mean I finished. My stats were good because that was my main focus was baseball going in there. I was just trying to win a job. We had a senior catcher there, and I played well. I did everything I needed to baseball wise, just not in the classroom.
Boston College is a high academic place, right?
Yeah. They just got switched to I think they're Ivy League this next year.
Wow.
Ivy League education.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Was it was a little bit of adjustment going up there and playing in a little bit colder weather right away?
I honestly I've always loved the cold. I mean it
Okay.
kind of forces you. It always forced me to play good at least. Like you catch the ball wrong, you're screwed.
Right.
You
Right.
block
Right.
it wrong, you're screwed. You don't catch a barrel, your hands are done for at least 2 innings. So it just
Right.
kind of just slowed me down. That's all.
Okay.
Everything slowed down for me, and once I slowed the game down, everything just got better. But
Right. Right.
So after Boston College, you went ahead and you headed to Virginia Commonwealth.
yeah.
That year you definitely played.
hmm
Um, Walk us through that year. I remember, what was the year? Was it that season after Boston College that you went and played summer ball with Dane, or was that the year after?
So I played
Same year?
against him after Boston College. I played against him, and then the year after we played. So after VCU, we played again together for like 2 weeks, and then that's where I think Dane hopped in the
That's great.
construction crew.
Dane can weld anything now.
Yeah.
What was VCU like? That's in Richmond, Virginia, right?
Yeah, the scene going to school there that was a change. That was going to sleep with gunshots every night. Like that was a wake up call. That's a brutal city, but that was honestly I
Oh, we're
wouldn't.
not in Boston.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that was my. I love VCU. Like I wouldn't have left to this day if all my
Really?
coaches didn't leave.
Yeah, I
So
was
like
telling Crush that.
yeah, my assistant coach came to FIU here. My head
Right.
coach went to Notre Dame. My pitching coach went to Notre Dame, and everyone just kind of all my whole. We had 9 of 9 starters all go to Power Five schools, and then one got drafted in the second round.
This
So
was
we won.
21, correct?
Yes, or 22, 22 season.
2022.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That
then
was right after
basically,
that.
like,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Crush.
No. I was just saying that he said his coach one of them went to Notre Dame. That was right after when Link left Notre Dame, right?
Florida
Didn't
Yeah,
he go
State.
there?
Yeah. Yeah. Same
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. So then in 22, after that year, you go ahead like how a lot of players do, that coaches leave and they're able to follow the coach. And for you, I guess that's kind of a blessing and maybe a blessing for your mom and your dad now being in Miami. They can come
yeah.
see
You
you
know they
play,
don't.
hop, skip, and a
Yeah,
jump.
they
I
don't
remember
miss a
Bob
game.
always having to fly and go everywhere. But
Yeah,
now it's a quick drive. So you're at FIU. That's got to be nice being in South Florida now, playing at home. You're going on your third year. I've seen you've hit a few homers, especially on Mark Light.
yeah.
It seems like that's your launching pad.
Yeah, I got that team.
Yeah.
Four of my 6 home runs in college are against Miami now.
Right.
No
One,
way.
one was one was this past year, and then one was in 23, right?
Yeah, so I hit two. I hit one at home here against Miami, and then one away last year, and then so I have three against Miami.
That's
Very
pretty cool.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last year was your career high, right? You had 4 home runs last year.
hmm yeah,
Nice. That
yeah.
that's
No,
that's jumping a little bit. Every other season, like you said, you weren't really hitting a lot of home runs. I think you had one couple other seasons, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, that's
It's getting a lot different. College pitching is getting lot more
Yeah, I was gonna
advanced.
ask you from when you started in Boston College to going on your fifth year now, how much has college baseball changed?
It's ridiculous.
right.
Honestly, there's teams that have no business being as good as they do, but because of the money situation, everything now, like they have top like we have a team in our conference, Dallas Baptist. They have they have 2 sports on their campus, so they have a ton of money. And you see the player, like each year, like they'll lose like 9 or 10 guys of the draft, like pitching wise. But they, like my first year we faced them, they didn't have a single arm under 95, righty or lefty that came out. Every single arm came out. Then the next year, the same thing from them, and it's all new guys. And then this past year, again, they just had 2 first-rounders this last year that were both 100. And it's like, you have no idea.
So why are you in college?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well,
And that's just a coincidence, right? Like they just happen to end up there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this
I
coincidence.
feel like this whole country is filled with guys that throw 100 miles an hour now.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where, I bet you every college team has a guy mid-upper 100 miles an hour that could just go ahead and just come in at any given time.
We have 2 at FIU here now.
Look at that.
We have, that's not a thing before, but we have 2 now this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it's hard to hit a baseball at 90 miles an hour moving. Now, we talking 100. You're talking guys that don't have command. I want to see you get in that box and throws off the backstop and then dots you down and away. Good luck, bud.
It's not even forcing anymore. It's 100-mile-per-hour cutters is the thing. Like everyone's switching to that. It's cutter sinker. Nobody throws a 4-seam. Like it's everyone's. It's getting out of hand. Like I give props. Like these minor league. We did live at bats against minor league arm. I don't know how. Like these guys are hitting them. Like it's kind of ridiculous. We had a guy come in 2 weeks ago on he was trying to get re-signed for the Cubs. And his first pitch was at 102. And I was like, the guy was like 4-18 the year before. And he's 102 painting wherever. I'm like, oh, I don't know how this guy's 4-14 or 4-18.
Imagine throwing 100 and you can't get an out.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
Crazy. It's a crazy world this is now, dude.
I mean, Jesus, you're wondering, I mean, are these guns juiced? I mean, this many guys are starting to throw over 100. It's way more common. And you're saying a cutter at 100 mile an hour? I mean, what? Mariano Rivera was 93, 94, and that used to be like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
No, it's
So we're on. So you now are in your 5th year. You graduated last year with a degree, right?
Yeah.
So what's your degree in?
That's a tough question. No, I guess it's business. I mean, I literally switched my major 4 times.
Oh,
throughout
Jesus.
my 4 years, and I kind of just landed in the business field. So I guess it's business management. I think is the final term
cool.
for it.
Right.
But
So now in your 5th year, are you getting your master's?
Yeah. So I'll get my master's this whole year. It's a 1-year program.
And you have I'm guessing MBA?
Yeah.
Sweet. Damn, good for you.
Yeah, made it. Made it work.
That's
I made it.
kind of amazing the way your college career started off and then the way it's ending off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first year to 4th or 5th year.
Yeah, I actually 4-0'd out since that freshman fall too. That's
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That is really good stuff right there.
So what happens? So what's your goals now for 2025?
We're just kind of. I mean, we're doing actually all of our pro meetings this week and stuff, which is kind of cool being back in Miami. This is one thing. Like I wasn't a big name because I didn't play that much my first 2 years of college. But like all the guys that we had at our pro day in Key West, I'm like back. It's back in their territory. So now like I'm back with those same area scouts. So I just did pro meetings with those guys the last 2 weeks, which has been pretty cool. So hopefully something comes with that. I mean, catching the arms that we have, it's getting me a lot more look. Like we had 11 guys over 95 this fall on our team.
It's crazy.
So catching those guys, we have 20, 30 scouts every single inter squad just sitting in the stands. So hopefully, I mean, if I hit well enough, they just want to see power. That's my thing. That's all I get told by all of them is they just want to see more home runs.
Isn't that amazing? And now catching, they want more power out of catchers.
Yeah. But
they used to just want you to hit, just in general. Now power.
Power.
Crush, you be a first rounder in today's game.
Oh, unbelievable! Scouts would be at every single game.
Full side power, baby.
Oh, yes, and Mark Light was one of my favorites. Jesus, talking about that place. I used to love to hit that. Yeah, that's good. So, are you said you did a scout day, a pro day? Can you
Yeah,
explain to that to some of the people what that might mean?
Yeah, so the one I was referring to our Key West one. I mean, they do one every year in the fall. Is it
Right.
still in the fall?
yeah, we've
Yeah,
been doing it every September. I think we just did
Yeah,
Jesus, maybe year 6, year 7
yeah.
just now. Yeah.
I think my junior year was the first year that we did it, and we had a ton of scouts out there.
I remember the one year, I don't, it must have been your senior year, 19, it must have been 19 fall, but you were just launching balls. And I
Yeah, that's
think
when I.
Presley even threw in it. Yeah, yeah, you hit the home run for Presley in
Yeah,
Scout Day. That was
yeah.
pretty cool.
that
But
yeah they go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, they had Ralphie. I don't know if you followed, but they had a pretty good pretty good pro day this year. Ralphie, you had the most scouts you've had to date, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Even with the 3 arms last year, I mean, I guess it's the excitement, the buzz. Like we got a pretty young, talented team this year, Room. Like I said, they're all 15, 16 years old, but you can see that these ceilings are going to be high. They're going to be a good ball club, especially when they get their feet wet, they get comfortable after the first couple of weeks. You could definitely see some growth here with these young guys. Just got to be a little patient in the beginning, but
Yeah, yeah.
still be
I
all
heard
right.
the sophomore class. I heard that's
Yeah, no, they're going to be good. You got Nelly, who's played. Nelly could swing it. He's 88 off the bump. Um, Trying to think. You got Augie pitching. You got Cade throwing. You got a lot of two-way guys this year, which is very odd for
yeah,
especially for us at Conk baseball. And this year, you got some guys that can do both, and they can swing it. I mean, in BP, I mean, this is the most we've hit in BP home runs on a daily basis in a long time. And
yeah.
you got 5, 6 guys that are driving. Even in this graveyard, this place sucks to hit at now. And
Really?
yeah, oh
Yeah,
my God,
what
ever
the
since they
new
put the
with the new
bleachers in,
stands? Yeah,
this is graveyard city.
Yeah.
So
they
you hit
kept they
balls out
kept
of
the
here.
they kept the back so the back open instead of having it closed off like it used to be. So you got wind. Correct? Am I explaining this right? You got winds that are coming in now that you guys never had. We never had.
Yeah, with the bleachers
Just
now, this
yeah,
it's fully covered, so there's no air can get through.
right.
So this place, anything hit in the middle of the field just gets knocked down.
Mm.
And so, like I said, you just better pitch and throw some strikes.
Yeah.
Um, that's pretty cool. Question that would tell. I got a question for you. We ask a lot of guys just that come on here, especially a guy like you that's playing catcher, leader. What's advice that you, looking back at it, that you would give today's player?
Definitely just
A player. I would like you to answer it from Key West because it's always a little bit different coming from the island and going especially to a bigger
yeah.
place.
No, so I mean, definitely coming from Key West and a player to Key West just in general, take in what you have down there because baseball wise, like I felt I was more prepared than anybody coming in from like the resources, the environment, everything that I got to play in, like down there, like everything was top of the line coming out. Like I was way more prepared than any other freshman I came in with, and still to this day, like the drills that I know that I still bring up from high school that we work on daily. It's like, where'd you learn that? I've done it since 6th grade. Used to do it at the cage at Spencer's, like
Wow.
6th grade. Yeah, Spencer's
We just
boat
yeah, that was
drills.
something that those guys brought up.
Yeah, but that comes up all the time. But definitely just you just gotta take it slow. Like the main thing the one thing I still work on to this day too is you just gotta the game gets fast as you get to college. Like you just gotta just take it a step at a time. Just slow everything down. Just like especially nowadays game, like do you go D1 out of high school? I don't know. Like I don't even recommend it anymore, honestly. Like these kids coming in like you just gotta I don't know. It's a tough one now. The game's changing yearly and you just gotta be able to adapt with the game, with the politics that come with the game at this level and just take it one day at a time and just just trust where you came from, what you've done before, and it's basically the
Nope.
best advice I give anybody, especially from Key West.
Would you tell the young guys now that I always say, I've said numerous times, kind of take the atmosphere in that they do have in Key West, that they do have at home, playing in front of that crowd, playing in front of that atmosphere. Uh, I mean, heck, that's probably, I would assume, something you probably miss now. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
No, I tell everybody I played with and against, like they're like, "Oh, you played at Key West?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, dude, your fans suck. We hated playing there." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet." I mean,
suck for you.
yeah. He's like, "You guys are throwing rocks at our bus leaving the field." I'm like, "Yeah, probably."
I'm still waiting to see a battery somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
they all
saying.
say the battery story. Like, I still ain't seen one yet.
Yeah, no, actually, we had a kid on that Gulliver team, so I have obviously playing in Miami now. Like I'm playing against kids that I'm back playing with kids that I played against. Like we have all Doral here, all Westminster, Gulliver, and it's like everyone's piled into this school now, and it's like they're like, "Oh, dude, you guys suck." Like somebody said something about a hot dog, fitting hot dogs.
Oh yeah, from Gulliver.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then the
What?
kid,
So, are there any guys that you remember playing against that were really good that you play with now?
oh yeah, so I don't know if you remember. His name was Kevin Martin. So our UM game where we played Westminster, he was like
Kevin
they
Martin.
called him the King of Miami.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So he pitched the first couple innings of that game against us and played first. And he went to UF that year, and now he's probably going to be our Saturday guy this year. He's like 94, 97. But he transferred in from UF, and he's here now. And he was at that. He said, still to this day, they all talk about that Key West Westminster game at UM.
I think Callum started that game, right?
Yeah. Or he closed it. I think he closed
Oh.
that game. I think Dale might have started that game.
Trying to think. Is that the one that Mason hit a homer? Him and Dane.
Yeah.
I think Dane still sends his highlight homer to us in the group chat every so often,
Sure.
just to kind of remind us.
The bat flip. I mean, it was a good person that hit it again. I still send it to the kid in this group chat too.
No way. That's
Uh,
awesome.
Ruffy,
That's
you
awesome.
you know what's bizarre is the fact that there's, like he says right now, that they talk about that the Westminster Key West game at Mark Light or something like that. That's been going on since '96.
Yeah.
And it's been talked about. In '96, it was number one versus number two, so obviously that's a memorable thing. But I'm saying they have this year, not year after year, but it's maybe year after every other year.
No, we Emil from the head coach at Westminster has done a really nice job with us. We try to really, really keep this tradition going of what it means to Westminster and Key West. Every year we rotate home and road. This year they'll be coming to Key West Saturday night, ready to rock this joint. And then last year, obviously, we played FIU. Year before that, they came down here for spring break, and I think the last time was the year that Brendan's talking about that we played at Mark Light.
That's good stuff. I mean, the rivals, obviously Westminster, uh, Pace. Um, it's still talked about to this day. I was just actually, I'd reached out. I won't even say his name, but I reached out to an enemy, a guy I played at Gulliver just this week. And you're talking 28 years ago. I jokingly said, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the guy who was throwing you out on the regular. He was a real fast guy. I ended up playing at UM, but he, right, like if we didn't miss a thing, like, yeah, we just banter back and forth. And this is something 28 years ago that Key West versus Gulliver, and we played them at Mark Light as well. So yeah, it's some of these rivalries are real special.
Yeah.
Definitely some memories that obviously we're still talking about 28, 30 years later. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
Gosh, you're getting old, dude.
No, I'm not. That number is getting older for some reason. Every time the season goes by, 19, 20, 29, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I said,
Good stuff.
I said to someone just recently, I said, I'm going to be going, I was writing it in a text, and I said, yeah, I'm going to be going to opening night for the first time in 28 years. And then I didn't send it. I was like, wait a minute. It hasn't really been 28 years, has it? So, while yes, it's been that long, it does not feel. But I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been back to a opening night in quite a bit, so Looking
Crush,
forward
I
to it.
got one more question for Bryn.
Yeah.
So if obviously you plan on having a good year and hoping something happens with draft or free agent sign, do you have any plans in coaching after?
Yeah, so that's honestly, like I'm pretty realistic, like with the whole game and how it's going. So like I've been setting my backup plans just in case, and like I've been going through a bunch of like coaching trial meetings and stuff with our coaches here, and they've been kind of helping me out, setting me up with different coaching opportunities that are hopeful for college baseball. That's kind of
Nice.
where I hope to start. I mean, if it doesn't happen that way, then it doesn't happen that way, but you got to get your feet wet somewhere. So maybe even like I don't want to say a grad job because I'm already doing my grad job as a fifth year here, but as just like a unpaid first year coach here just to get my feet wet, and they just pay for another year of school. I guess that'll be my scholarship pay for it. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm trying to find different avenues just to stay in the game, I guess, but definitely want to stay coaching.
Cool.
I've been
Yeah, do
trying
it.
You
with
got
the
a
young.
degree, go do it, bro.
Yeah,
Go
no,
do it.
no,
Exactly.
definitely want to stay older though. High school and above. It's kind of been doing those camp. I did the camp with Mason a couple of days ago, and like I did the Dexter Butler one. I helped out down there, and it was I struggle working with the younger guys. I don't know how a lot of people have patience for it. It's fun, but it's tough. It is tough because you say something to them. It's like you get the 100-yard stare, and it's like I don't know. If you heard what
Well,
I
yeah,
just
this day and time is way different. Attention
yeah
spans are about 30 to 60 seconds, the same as whatever a TikTok video is.
yeah
Uh,
exactly
That's why I love TikTok.
yeah
Literally, it's
well, yeah,
perfect for
yeah,
me.
you would
It's
love that.
perfect for me.
Yeah, ADD specialist right there.
Oh, it's perfect for me. I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
yeah
keep moving. Yeah, it takes it's a special niche to do it with the younger kids. That's why I still uh, they get kind of forgot about the little league coaches, but it's definitely a special little niche,
yeah
especially now. Jesus, but
yeah. It's tough. I don't know. But yeah, I tell you, I give Mason a lot of credit. That's what I told
Oh,
him
he's
even that
patient.
last.
He's
Yeah,
got a
he
lot of patience. He sits there and he works. He's really good with the young guys. He
yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
but it also sounds like he doesn't beat around the bush either. He'll give it to him if he needs to be. It
Yeah.
seems like he's pretty quick witted. I like Mason. Good kid. Good man. Well, that's really cool,
Good
man.
kid, good man,
Uh,
good boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, I say kid to me, but obviously some kids get offended. But that's good stuff, man. Well, Ralphie, unless you got anything else, man,
No, it was
nice
cool,
little.
man. It was cool getting able to hear his story and see what's going on and see where he's headed. And hopefully he'll end up at Division I college somewhere if baseball does come to an end and let him be a head coach one day at a Power Five or something sick.
Yeah. I hope so.
That'd be
Or if
cool,
not,
man.
throw a couple guys out in the big leagues.
You know what they
I'm
say,
looking for.
Crush? The catchers make the best coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ralphie Enriquez says. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no, no. Look at history, bro.
I'm kidding. I was a
Joe
catcher. I'm
Torre.
kidding.
I
Yeah. No
mean,
doubt. No doubt.
don't make me start naming them. I got them. It's all up here.
I had to give him a hard time for that one. No, that is no. I mean, I don't think any of us three would disagree with that. We shouldn't.
Hey, let's roll.
That's good stuff. Well, man, Brennan, it was very nice to meet you, man, and I'll definitely try to stay on top of keeping track and see how you're doing. I always like to watch catchers hopefully flourish, and hopefully you flourish in your last year.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciate you having me on too.
yeah, no, thank
Definitely.
you.
Good
Well,
luck, dude.
Ralph, yeah, good luck with this,
Good
and good
luck.
luck with
Go
you
get
getting
them.
your masters, and congratulations on that, by the way. So,
Appreciate you guys.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Crush, I'm pretty sure now if you got, Brendan, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Was it ESPN 3 or whatever it is, the ones from like all the online? You can pretty much watch every college baseball game in the country now.
Yeah, we're 100% streamed.
Yeah.
Everything's on ESPN Plus. So if you got ESPN Plus, every single one of our
Yeah,
yep,
games.
ESPN
yep,
Plus, that's it. So now, like
yeah,
this
I
year,
gotta
you'll
have it.
have Felix, Anthony, Jacob, you, and then anybody else that will be able to. UT doesn't do that, right?
No.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't
Some.
know. Well, yeah, you're right. Some games. I did some games last year. And who knows? With them winning another national championship, I'm sure somebody's coming knocking for streaming. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's real cool. My iPad has split screen, so I could run two ESPN2s. Got two games going, but then I look like a gambler, so I'll do my best.
Brent, when do you guys open up?
February 15th. We got,
Okay.
I don't even know who Stonehill, something like that. We got all the northern teams to start out. They all come down. But we got a game on ESPN, like for like the actual ESPN for the first time. We play
What is that?
Miami at Lone Depot. So it's
Oh,
like
nice.
Cool.
they're calling it the Miami Vice game. So like they're getting us Vice uniforms and like we're both
No
there.
No way.
Yeah, so
When is that game?
March 2nd, I believe.
Huh.
Is that a
I'm definitely gonna
Tuesday?
tune in for that. That's pretty cool.
I think we play that day. Maybe we could little hop, skip, and a jump.
It's at 7,
Um,
I think.
I think we're up
Oh,
there. I'm looking right now, Crush.
I mean, Brendan, one thing I'm sure you want to do for yourself that not many people get a chance to do
Uh,
is hit one into the Clevelander.
Oh
I
god.
mean,
That's the team. That's the team, hopefully.
Crush, we
that
play March 4th. That's a Tuesday.
We'll check what day this game is.
oh, might have a little confirmation here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That
Maybe we can do a little skip and a jump. That'd be sweet to check out on the way back.
and who you guys who you playing, Rafi?
Actually, St. Thomas Aquinas, Joey Wardlow. So it's
We
not
play
too
Oh,
far
sweet.
away.
March 4th. We play at
Oh, it
Lone
is
Depot.
March 4th. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, look how things come together on 360 Center. It's unbelievable.
Just bridging gaps.
I think I play Laris this year too. I think we got UCF on the
No
schedule.
way. Dude, he's nasty right now.
That's what I
He's
heard.
like 95 from like 3.5 foot height release point. Like he's down low and it's hard and it's nasty.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully,
So y'all play
hopefully.
UCF, huh?
I think so. USF, GCU. I guess not. I thought we did.
No.
We were supposed to play UF and UCF this year, but that all kind of. We had UF to start in the fall. That was like our first scheduled game, and then I don't know what happened to it. Coach said
That'd
kind
be
of.
cool.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. It was like supposed to be a double midweek at UF. So we were all fired up, and then it just wasn't on our schedule when they posted it. So we haven't
Yeah,
really.
that would have been cool. You got Felix on there this year.
Yeah. How did he do this fall? I didn't get to talk to him much, but
I think he did it right. I mean, obviously he made the team, and I think
yeah,
he's number 44 or something like that. He was down here. He threw a few sides during the break, and obviously I think they open up the same weekend you guys do. We open up in 3 weeks.
that's crazy.
That's wild. It's
That's
wild.
early, huh? That's really early.
When have you ever a red and gray game in January?
Yeah, no, it was always like February 10th. Yeah,
It's always like mid February. First week of February we open up.
that's wild. Are you guys up? How many
Crazy.
times do you guys play up here?
Only 3.
Yeah,
We go to Pace, we go to St. Thomas, and we go to Mater, which Mater's supposed to have a pretty high power team. But we'll play them in April at the end. But other than that, we got 24 out of 27 at home.
I mean, that's pretty
It's
much just like
crazy.
FIU, right? I tell the kids, I mean, you're gonna go away to college and play the same kind of schedules where you got 27 at home and 3 away. No, I always
Probably
tell them
not.
like take advantage of that to the most. I mean,
tell you
that's
what, that's been
crazy.
the best part about college is just like the travel to see these places. Like I'm lucky enough to play. I've played in definitely the best college baseball stadium, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. That was pretty the beer shower. I've never begged for a home run so bad from the other team just to see that. Just wait. That was actually my first college start. Was at Ole Miss,
That's awesome.
but
Have
that
you guys
was
played anywhere
Pretty
in
cool.
California?
uh furthest I've made it out is Arizona State.
Nice.
Didn't play that week, but that was my freshman year. BC went out to Arizona State. Uh, I went to New Mexico State. That's where we
Uh,
played last year. Tell you
okay.
what, the ball travels there.
That's why you were saying that.
It's ridiculous. I think we hit 17 home runs as a team that weekend.
Wow,
Yeah, no,
not bad.
that was a brutal weekend for pitching staffs. That's basically what our whole recruiting portal was this year. Like our coach went out to the west, basically told every arm because our field it's got on Sundays it flies, Friday Saturday it's probably the most dead ballpark you can play in. Like ball goes nowhere. But we just basically went out west, our pitching coach, and he was like, "Do you want to pitch somewhere where you're not going to give up 20 home runs a season?" And they were like, "Yeah." So we just pulled Friday night. So we got a Friday night from Nevada, Friday night from Seattle U, guy from Texas A&M, a lefty, and he just went out and just started pulling all these West arms because they were sick of giving up home runs out there. Brought them
Right.
all to the East Coast.
Is FIU field like I've never heard that. Is it considered not a hitters? Because it
No,
was quite friendly.
Sundays the ball. Sundays midweeks the ball. We'll crush it there, but Friday
Dude, BP
Saturday.
there last year with this Westminster and us, like we took it on the field. Westminster
First
was hitting balls
first pitch.
over the
First pitch
net,
of BP.
over that net in left field. Ball was
Yeah,
flying.
yeah, no, it does. Like if you get a good, if the wind's blowing out at all or the wind's not blowing at all, flies. Like the best hitter's ballpark you'll play in, but if the wind's blowing in at all,
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Over at nighttime, it did kind of change a little bit.
yeah, it switches
It
like
did.
that. So like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Friday night we'll start at like 6. That'll be first pitch. So like the first 3 innings, like that's when you gotta get your home run in, or after that it's just not you're not getting one. But they
that's
pushed
good
the
stuff.
fence in. They changed the fence. It was 10, 15 feet further all the way around, and they pushed it in.
This
This
year,
two, no, 2 years ago.
got it.
Yeah,
Now you're making my hitting section seem that much better back in '98. But that's awesome.
yeah,
Uh, well, man, it is. Like I said, I thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, especially someone that grew up so a mile away. I mean, that's unbelievable. So, Kaiser
yeah.
Guards, that's good stuff. I wish you luck. Hopefully, hopefully to the next level, and even if not in coaching, like Ralphie said. I want to thank you. I want to thank Ralphie. I appreciate your attendance tonight.
Yes,
Prompt. I
sir.
love it.
Time to go to work.
I hear you. All right, Brendan. Well, thank you, and we're gonna go ahead and say to everyone else, we appreciate constant support, and we want to keep things going, and I appreciate everything that you guys send, and let's keep it going. So we're gonna go ahead and say 360 is out. Thanks, guys.
Later, boys.